I'm here with Greg. Now, Greg, you work with Creative Commons, is that right?
Correct.
So
yes.
what are you doing here at UDS?
Well, so my job at Creative Commons is I'm a community assistant. I had an internship there this past summer, working with John Phillips as a community development intern, so communitizing the Creative Commons community. But right now, my main job is to work with the open source software that Creative Commons creates, things like license and some JS widget choosers, and make sure they're known out in the community, because we do a pretty good job of publicizing our works and our projects, but making sure that other people know about what tools we can provide for free. All of our software is either AGPL or MIT or BSD or GPL license. I mean, it depends on the project, of course, but we just want to get it out there. And like one of the main projects right now is license that we just are currently, it's mostly developed now. It's like a 0.8 release. The API or the ABI is pretty stable right now. And it's a library written in C that has some Python bindings that allows you to embed and read licensed metadata from a variety of files, everything from MP3s, OGs, PDFs to hopefully in the future PowerPoints. We'll see. Depends on how the OXML stuff turns out. And so by using this library, you could embed it in your PDF reader and be able to display like a little icon in the file properties dialog. This PDF is licensed under Creative Commons Attribution Share Alike. Or if you're a content creator, so in Jokisher or FSpot even, like when you import your files, your photos, you could embed your license into that file. So when you upload it on the internet anywhere, you don't have to worry about having the text around the image. Like on Flickr, it has a little link next to the image or your photograph, and that's fine for that web page. But if someone downloads that, saves to their computer, shares it with a friend, that license information's gone effectively, so no one knows. But if you embed it in the file, it's just like the metadata file headers, so it'll be there forever in standard RDF machine readable format. So.
Obviously, the only other way of embedding it in an image is to actually put it on the image itself.
Yeah, and it looks horrible.
Right,
yeah. You're not going to take a beautiful picture of, Eiffel Tower and then put CC everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so what are you working at UDS? What are you working on in UDS in particular?
Well, so I had a session on Monday, the first day at UDS, about integrating Creative Commons licenses into open source projects. That wasn't the most well-attended session, but I was denting some stuff that I was thinking about, and because of that, there's actually Gabriel Burt, one of the lead developers for Banshee. 40 minutes later, had a development version of Banshee that was license aware.
Wow!
So it was pretty quick. I mean, the ability to do this it's really relatively easy to get this stuff done. So just having the gumption and the people that are interested in doing it, they'll get it done quick. But so there was that. And then here I'm also doing stuff with community loco teams, being the leader of the Michigan loco, trying to see how we can get other teams as active as, say, like France team or other big US teams and other country teams that are just rocking it hard, and see what we can do to get some other ones a little more active.
So tell me a bit more about the Michigan loco. What does it do? Is it a big loco?
It's relatively big. We have, probably 20 people active in the RSC channel, 100 plus people on the Launchpad team. It's tough because Michigan, with all U.S. states, it's a size thing, a density issue. But luckily, Detroit, the metro area, has a pretty good concentration of people just because of the big three auto industry. There's a lot of tech-minded people there, so that's pretty good. But we do have the issue of the upper peninsula that no one ever goes to. But anyways, no, we do actively, we were one of the first teams to do a packaging jam and bug jam type things. I would dare to say that was our idea first, perhaps. But I know that Germany team just took that idea and ran with it. Daniel Hobach is doing packaging jams every month or more or something like that. But so stuff like that, we're pretty active in that respect.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So what are the main things you want to take away from this week?
Well, a lot of the cool stuff that was being talked about in the community track with creating some best practices or general guides for new logo teams to you know, a lot of teams, they kind of get that critical mass of 10 to 15 people that are really interested in doing something, but they don't know what to do. They have all this gumption. They don't know what to release it on. They do release parties. They do it on Install Fest, but how to make those events more efficient and known about in your community is a kind of a big problem. I mean, we're not marketing experts. One of the benefits of the France team, they had 4,000 people at their conference release party thing, was because they have people that are marketing experts in their team, luckily. And not every team can have that. So if those teams, the bigger teams, the more active teams, can kind of coordinate all this documentation about how to do releases, how to communicate via blogs effectively, not just make an announcement and leave it stale. How all that can work together more effectively, I think we get a lot more done, including things like regional teams in America. We have the issue again with states where, a few states in like the Midwest, for instance, Michigan's pretty active, Chicago's pretty active, Ohio's pretty active. Why don't we work together and create a conference in the Midwest, like in Chicago or something, and pull in a bunch of people there, and same thing in the Southwest with California and such. I mean, there's lots of potential there, and finally there's enough collective gumption, I like that word, to actually get some stuff done. So, yeah.
So is this your first UDS?
It is my first UDS. Yeah.
How are you finding it?
I'm loving it. There's tons of great people here, and I mean, I know a lot of people. I'm one of the people that actually got me active in the community was George Castro. I moved to Michigan the year after I really got into this Ubuntu thing, and then I realized that there was this whole big loco movement trying to get locos in every state in America, and I was like, let's try it. So I was like, I'll start a Michigan team. Lo and behold, there was already a Detroit team in Michigan, but it kind of turned into a drinking buddy kind of party thing, not really doing a lot of stuff. So George and I kind of revived this Michigan Loco thing, and now that I'm, because of that here, and because of Creative Commons stuff, it's great just meeting all these people that I've met online and heard about and everything. So
cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thanks for talking to us.
You're very welcome. Thank you.